3, 2, 1, activate.
There goes Behemoth making the first move. It's 5 mile/h top speed underneath those spikes. Flail, I think, purely for artistic purposes on the back of Inquisitor. About as useful as a toilet chain in Robot Wars at the moment. Beyond the spikes, there's Matilda top of the picture. Good aggressive attack by Inquisitor. Don't forget, the judges will adjudicate on damage control, style and aggression. Stylish turn by Inquisitor. Behemoth pushing towards Sir Killalot. Oh, look at the chain! I think Sir Killalot wanted a little bit of jewellery there, a bracelet. In comes Matilda. And Behemoth uses that pneumatic bucket on the front. Can lift up 1,000 kilograms in weight. And the Inquisitor boys this time know their time is up. Sir Killalot comes in for the kill. It's all over. Behemoth the winners.
The winner is Behemoth! Come up to the platform, guys! Yeah!
3, 2, 1, activate.
For Ablation, the series semi-finals. PITBULL just running around Behemoth early on. Behemoth by far the heavier, nearly 20 kilos heavier than PITBULL. Well, spinning like a mad dog there. Hope PITBULL hasn't had a trip abroad meanwhile and come back with rabies. Flipped over. Please turn over. PTO. You saw it on the bottom there of PITBULL. Rolling back again though. Good speed away from Behemoth. Don't forget, should both robots still be mobile at the end, it'll go to the judges. Look at the jaws trying to clamp down on Behemoth's snowplow front. That's not great control over the flame pit there. Anthony and Michael Pritchard, Kane Aston in the Behemoth team. Took them 4 months to build. Grinding jaws. The flashing eye of PITBULL as well. Aye, he's got something to get his teeth into there. Turning away. And on the attack again. Gnashing of the jaws. Behemoth into the CPZ. That's good driving by PITBULL. Well, we didn't think he was a sheepdog, but he certainly got Behemoth into the pen of Killalot there. And this is a tremendous performance here by Ivor and Phil in the PITBULL team, because Behemoth went into this very much as the favourite for the heat final. What happened there? Just flipped up and over. It was the spike in the arena floor once and up and over. It hopped into the spike. The spike came up and flipped Behemoth over, trying to use the snowplow to right itself. In real trouble here, Behemoth. If PITBULL can nudge it towards Killalot, the dog could be through. There, the spike underneath PITBULL. Wow, that was fantastic. Hopping and jumping around. Like a dog with a flea in its ear. Killalot now and Dead Metal. Well, they're the cutting blade on the bottom of Behemoth. And I think also Killalot's got its lance in through the top of the Behemoth robot. Slicing damage there. You can see the pincer of Killalot closer. They're hardly in the groove, Behemoth. Let's find a slot for you somewhere on the arena floor, perhaps, says Dead Metal. PITBULL ramming itself against the arena wall. Well, they're mad, the PITBULL team. They're all over the place. Oh, and there's the great flipper! Look at this. Caught on the flipper top, and over he goes, Behemoth. Super stuff. Rolling across the arena floor, straight back towards Dead Metal. They've made a right dog's dinner of this. And PITBULL go into the series semi-final kennels. Both these machines reaching a heat final for the second series running. Let's see if the Exterminator flipper is working. Behemoth immediately turns him up and over. Well, it is working, the flipper, because it's acted almost as a stream egg. With, of course, the help from the side spikes as well, but the initial plunge and attack was taken by Behemoth with a pneumatic scoop. Behemoth is the bigger of the two robots, slightly the heavier and certainly the more aggressive. And I think Anthony and Michael showed great control of really steering Behemoth around the arena floor. Exterminator rocks and rolls. Marlon Pritchard at the controls, now on the attack. But Behemoth, sturdy, heavy, too strong. They try and flick Behemoth up and over, getting in there on the side of the scoop, pushing it into the CPZ. Shunt can come out on the attack, using its own scoop. Behemoth, head-to-head there with Exterminator. Slam and bam, 160 kilos met there in the two robots with a frontal attack. There they try and use that little flicker to push Behemoth up and over, trying to tag it there on the side spike of Behemoth Exterminator. Behemoth started the strong. Exterminator has come back very well, and I would guess is now on top in this heat final. Trying to use the side spikes to add an extra flick to Behemoth. Riding the attack of Exterminator, now gets away. Will have to dodge the arena floor flipper. Dangerously near that flipper there, Behemoth. They size each other up. Back away. Exterminator nudging forward towards Behemoth. Out comes Dead Metal trying to grasp Behemoth. Very much now Exterminator on top and on the attack. Trying to get in underneath Behemoth again. A ground clearance of 25mm on Behemoth. Only 15mm on Exterminator. That's the Exterminator team. Can Behemoth come back in? I think at the moment they're struggling, the number 6 seeds. For me, it's Exterminator on top. Seeded 22. Will the Behemoth boys suffer disappointment in another heat final? The arena floor spiked them last time around. Behemoth again, looking as if they're in trouble here. Exterminator trying to flip them over one last time. It'll go to the judges. Well, I think Exterminator, Marlon, Paul and Simon have it. And the Pritchard boys and Kane Aston will be disappointed, but it's up to those judges, of course.
The judges have made their decision. Remember, lads, it's based on style, control, damage and aggression. Behemoth, the 6 seeds are out. It's Exterminator!
Come on! Behemoth, previous semi-finals, Crustacean, driven by Ian Visser. Little Dominic, his 8-year-old son, up there in the control pod with him. Crustacean going straight for the pit release. They obviously feel they have to get this over and done with quickly, because if it goes to the distance, Behemoth, they feel, will chalk up too many points against them. But Crustacean will need to dig in deep. And how can they gain points themselves? Well, they very nearly turned Behemoth up and over on its side there, and they're on the attack, and they flip Behemoth up now. What a good drive by Crushtation. Up to 12-mile-an-hour top speeds and 99 kilos of slam in there. Look at this for a concerted effort. And Behemoth up onto its tail and endangered onto the arena sidewalk. And Anthony Pritchard driving the Behemoth machine needs to get away from that side grinder. Oh, they're trying to self-right Behemoth using the axe to do so. They won't have a chance. They're in the pit. What a famous victory for Crushtation. The 15th seeds are out. Brilliant stuff. Well, look at that. Pick them up and dump them in.
Three, two, one.
Bigger brother. Only Razor stopped them last time. Behemoth getting the front bucket scoop though. Oh, into action very early on, and Bigger brother's in trouble in the CPZ. Oh, brilliant self-righting. Magnificent stuff from Ian Watts driving. What a quick flip Bigger brother has. Very deft, nippy across the arena, spinning a zero-turning circle. Over it goes again. Rights itself 96 kilos in weight. Behemoth 4 kilos heavier with the waspish yellow and black stripes. But Bigger brother just waiting. It's time to come in with a side attack because
can celebrate. Oh, the Pritchard boys and Kane Aston did well, a much better machine. But when they got in underneath, waited their moment, and flicked Behemoth up, it was always going to be in trouble. Up it went. Bigger brother clamped, drove on, and dumped them.
Three,
You tell him.
2, 1. Activate.
So, how they got this for a place in the heat final. Behemoth turning, Mute dashing and dapper, the quicker of the two. The lighter of the two, you won't be surprised to hear that. Only 4 kilos in it, mind you. Behemoth with a scoop, and Mute flipping itself right up in the air and over. It wasn't Behemoth that did this, it was Mute's own flipper. Hopped right up over Behemoth. Remember I said it has 4 kilos of CO2 on board, but it could use it up if it continues flipping like that. And look at Behemoth! They're stuck on the arena side wall, and they need to get out of here. The number 10 seeds very, very quickly. Is that panic? It's certainly agitation. A jittery display by Behemoth? Surely not. They were favourites here, and they cannot get it out. They can now. And what have they done? Stuck in forward gear. They lifted themselves free of the arena wall, the bottom of the wall, and got themselves wedged on top. Behemoth in real trouble here. Oh, and it gets worse. Oh, and again, they need to get out quickly. Oh, they have done, but slammed straight into Mr. Psycho because they're stuck in forward gear. They're not going to try and lift him up. No, 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 no. That is a little bit silly. There they go. Forward gear. Forward gear. Come on, this way. Over here. Another wall over here. Yeah, thank you. Oh, poor old Behemoth. Well, they managed to avoid the pit, but they've slammed into just about everything else there is in the arena. And I think control is gone. That's the power of Matilda's spinning flywheel tail, by the way. You see, they bulldozed their way into another sidewall, and they can't get out, can they? There's no reverse. Look at it. It'll need to be confirmed by Craig when he talks to them afterwards. But I think you'll find that stuck in forward gear. What can they do? All the experience there of 5 previous Robot Wars campaigns. And they're going to be counted down. Semi-finalists way back in the second Wars. They've grown up with Robot Wars, and well done to them for coming back again and again and again.
Cease.
Driving forward, but driving themselves out.
Behemoth has the experience. Carbide, the power. Behemoth's experience tonight has been brutal against that blade. They need to get the bucket in and underneath straight away and flip. Carbide, I think they've been immobilised. No. But certainly not is all right. In Behemoth, they're not moving quickly, and they're going to be a victim here of brutal treatment from that spinning blade. 25 kilos, 850 millimetres long, that bar of death, and it's pushing Behemoth towards the pit. Oh, what a recovery! Were they just enticing them on, drawing them in? Little flip there from Behemoth. They're still alive and flipping, and has the carbide blade. Oh, run its course! It doesn't matter! They've retreated and reversed into doom and gloom.
And Matilda.
Just have fun, okay?
2, 1. Activate.
No place for fun, young lady. Didn't Behemoth say there's not much CHERUB can do to us earlier on in this episode? Behemoth looking for a smash and grab
victory with that grabber lifted up there. CHERUB looked like a winged angel earlier on. Looks a little bit like a Robot Wars gargoyle in patches now. Behemoth using the 6-wheel drive there, has superior drive than all other robots really. But they've got him over the top there of CHERUB. That's a dangerous place to be with Dead Metal right behind. Well. Anthony Pritchard left himself open there for attacking. Now needs work to get back on top in this bout, and working hard to try and shove CHERUB across the arena floor. Using the extra power. I can't ever remember seeing that before. I cannot ever remember someone being stuck underneath the floor flipper.
We're stuck in there. I didn't even know you could get in there.
Neither did I. You're not supposed to go in there, and the flipper's not supposed to do that. This is going to have to be restarted. Ooh, CHERUB chomped. We'll go again.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
We restart then, with 2 minutes to go now. Behemoth was slightly on top for me early on. Ooh, the house robot will come out now. I think this is a brilliant addition. Rogue robots, love it. Attacking CHERUB. Trying to leave a CHERUB out perhaps. Dead Metal couldn't do so. It got banged by Behemoth, and we'll remember that. And Behemoth has got tagged by Dead Metal. Getting out now, Behemoth. Don't think CHERUB can cause too much damage unless Behemoth drives with a full frontal there and once again gets on the top of CHERUB. Could be flipped. It's very, very tense. It's very close. Again, good turn by Toby at the controls of CHERUB to attack Behemoth. Haven't seen much of the grabber so far. Who's on top at this stage? Away go CHERUB.
Just try and get around this.
You've only got 30 seconds, so try and make it look...
Just get around the side and that's it.
Try and make it look impressive, aggressive. Oh, and again, Behemoth. I don't think that's the greatest bit of driving there to get on the top of CHERUB. Left Behemoth vulnerable, but that's an aggressive move by Ant at the controls. If this goes to the judges, and I'm sure it will now, it's going to be very, very close, and this could be the decisive moment. Both of them taking damage there from Dead Metal. Who is sustaining the most damage? Cease is called, judges will decide.
Have we won?
I have no idea.
Move out the way. I'm really nervous.
It just didn't work, did it? We couldn't get under them.
No, they couldn't get under them. The handstand attempted.
The decision was unanimous, and the fight and the 2 points are going to go to CHERUB, which means that you're going through to the final, guys. Do your little wing thing. Hard luck, guys.
Could be a very, very close battle.
3, 2, 1.
Apollo is the faster machine. Apollo will try and get the flipper underneath Behemoth. Behemoth should be able to self-right, but will this be over very quickly because they're in the CPZ? Particular lot is in there and means business. Oh, well done. And Pritchard getting them out of danger, but only momentarily. Can they sustain this sort of damage, this sort of assault, this sort of aggression from the Apollo boys who are really flying? The floor spikes have been mended, thanks very much for taking the money out of my pocket for that. Apollo now chasing Behemoth across the arena floor. Ooh, a little bit edgy. On the side of Behemoth to the Apollo. Oh, we're going to have a massive upset here. The Dial of Doom is released.
Can't see a thing. Self-right. David, crack. Self-right.
Can they self-right? They need to very, very quickly. They have done. Into reverse. Straight onto the flipper of Apollo.
Oh, so close.
Very nearly the end of Behemoth, but into the side wall of the arena only. Behemoth backing through the spikes. More luck than judgment there, I feel, but they really are causing problems for Apollo, and Apollo needs to self-right there on the flame pit. Can they do? Yes, they have got enough supply to get that self-righting mechanism working. This is a brilliant heat final.
Get behind him, get behind him.
It's nip and tuck so far. Again, the attack of Apollo, trying to get in underneath Behemoth. They need to dodge the pin. Apollo are down! Apollo are down! Smash down Apollo! Behemoth, the great years! 20 years of hurt and grief! End with new celebrations and frustration for Apollo. You're in there, you're not going to get out now, Apollo.
That's the best I've ever seen Behemoth perform. That was absolutely brilliant.